Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. It's the FPL Pundit here, and we are going to be doing the game week review for game week 8. And not just that, I'm not just going to be reviewing game week 8. I'm also going to be, having Kneejerk that's reacting to how the game week went, and I'm going to be making just a few quick changes before we get ahead of a game week 9. So I missed you guys. I really missed you a lot. I missed making videos for you, as I had to just take a break from making videos. So I used the period of international breaks to rest from YouTube, because it's kind of exhausting having to make videos almost every single day. I source for content, I design the graphics, do everything all by myself. So please, if you're new to my channel, kindly hit that subscribe button, and if you do watch my videos from time to time, I know you have one or two FPL groups you belong to, kindly share my videos there. It's going to really go a long way, as I'm actually a very good fantasy Premier League manager. I'm really good, because if you look at my previous videos and my recommendations and all those things, it has really helped a lot of managers across the world. So without further ado, let's move straight into what I have for you guys today. Okay, yeah, so guys, welcome back, and we see that the highest point for game week 8 so far has 116 points, and the average point for the game week is 43 points. About 12 million transfers were made. The most transferred in player ahead of game week 8 was Cancelo. About 271,000 managers used the wild card, and the most captain ahead of the game week also was Salah. Now, I didn't captain Salah, and when things happen like this, when a particular player is actually the most captain for that particular game week, you missing out on that player is actually going to take a toll on your ranks. You actually go down, most especially when the player you choose doesn't even perform. So we're still going to get to that. Let's quickly look at what's going on so far ahead of game week 9. We'll see that ahead of game week 9, Vardy is the most transferred in player, followed by Chilwell, followed by Salah, then Cancelo and Azpilicueta. So these are the top 5 players that most managers are bringing into their squad. And we see that the most transferred out players, currently we have Ronaldo at number 1. The second most transferred out player is Alonso. Then Rudiger is a lot transferred by many managers, and Jota followed by Pogba. So now it's very expected that a lot of managers will be transferring out Ronaldo, as he has blanked for about 2-3 straight game weeks now. And if you look at this, I think many managers are transferring him out because of his price. You know, 12.7 million is a lot of cash, and you can actually use that to fill up your squad with 2 fantastic players. Probably you get, for example, now if Ronaldo is the most transferred out player, it looks like most people are actually buying Vardy, and Vardy is just about 10 million. That means you have about 2.7, or let's say 2.5 million extra that you can use to add to your squad to sign up a higher player to be in your squad. So at this point, I don't think managers should really hold Ronaldo. A lot of people are selling Ronaldo, so I think as if they're selling Ronaldo, it's actually fine. In my previous video, I talked about Ronaldo being a player to hold, but you can't just hold this kind of player in your squad where you have other players that can give you around the same points. If you have a cheaper player who is not scoring, is much better than having a more expensive player that doesn't score all the time. So that's that about the top transfers ahead of game week 9. And moving on, we see that the game week king for game week 8 is Firmino. Firmino was very fantastic against Watford, and if you look at it, a lot of money this actually came at the expense of Jota, as you see that Jota is currently the 4th most transferred out player ahead of game week 9. And although Firmino is currently not the most transferred in player yet, but I think most people who are transferring out Jota are either buying Vardy or are buying Firmino. Firmino is just 8.8 million, and that's actually surprising. For Firmino to just be 8.8 million is actually quite cheap, and I think I might start having to look towards signing this player. Now let's go straight to my squad and see how I've done for the game week so far. So in game week 8, I so far have 43 points. All my players have played except just one, which is Gallagher, and all my players played away. The average point is 43, and that's exactly the points I had. The highest point is 116. My game week rank for the game week is 4.4 million. That is, I think, my all-time low so far in this season. Let's quickly look at the previous game weeks from game week 1 and okay, yeah, this is it. Look, okay, my worst game week I think was game week 2, having 44 points when the average point was 56. So I think this game week 8 is my second worst game week so far this season. And let's look at how I arrived at this. So okay, I think I still have 2 players left to play. So Guaita in the bench is going to be playing against Arsenal tomorrow. Alonso, Aspilicueta, Matip, Son, Salah, Benrahma, Gallagher, Antonio, Lukaku, and Jimenez. Now, if you look at this, I've only been able to get this high because of my midfield. My attack totally blanked. Antonio didn't score, just 1 point from him. Lukaku was my captain, he didn't score. Jimenez also did not score. So the major points I had came from Son, came from Salah, and the defense, we see Aspilicueta having 6 points with Matip 2, just 4 clean sheets. So my bench is just there, 2 points each. And Alonso did not play hard. Alonso, so I think he's going to be replaced by Pinnock, who is the first player on my bench. So I still have 2 players left to play. That's Guaita and Gallagher, and hopefully Crystal Palace is able to keep clean sheet against Arsenal. I'm really hopeful if they're able to keep clean sheet against Arsenal. That means 6 points goes to Guaita and probably maybe 2 points for bonus points if he gets enough saves. And probably if Gallagher, if they're even able to beat Arsenal, it will even be better for me because I'll be able to get more points from Guaita and Gallagher as well. But and that is not exact. It is not out of place. It's very possible for Crystal Palace to beat Arsenal. But over the years, I think Arsenal have had more good records against Crystal Palace. Quickly, let's look at the game week review. Liverpool beat Watford 5-0. Wolves beat Aston Villa at home, and like I said, Wolves players are beginning to get their rhythm back. One of the shockers of the week is Manchester United Leicester City beating Manchester United 4-2 goals. And I would really say it's not really a shocker, as Leicester City is not just a small team per se. They are a team capable of beating Manchester United or even anybody in the Premier League. So not to underrate them. They actually did well in the match, and I think 1 goal came from Vardy, another goal came from Daka, Soyuncu, Iheanacho had 1 assist, and that's that about Leicester City. So the next match is Manchester City, and we see De Bruyne is finally back. He scored a goal against them, and Bernardo Silva also scored a goal. Norwich played 0 with Brighton. Southampton won Leeds 1-0, goal from Broja, and Chelsea also won 1-0. West Ham was able to beat Everton 1-0 in Everton's home. So that's clean sheet to West Ham, and nothing came from Everton players. Also, Newcastle played Spurs. That's the last match for today, and Spurs won 3-2 against Newcastle. Nothing came from St. Maximin. Wilson got a goal. Assist came from Marquinhos and Murphy, as we saw that own goal came from Eric Dyer. If you have Eric Dyer, sorry. So Kane was able to get a goal. Son got a goal. I have Son. Ndombele also got a goal. So that's that about the review. There's nothing much to actually say about this because I didn't even do a game week preview ahead of game week 8. So moving on from here, now let's talk about my team. We saw that in the previous game week, we saw that Alonso did not play. That was the first time Chilwell started for Chelsea in the Premier League this season. And I thought that, okay, if Chilwell played, I should actually still hold on and not just drastically make a decision on selling Alonso immediately. So I thought I would just, wait for another game week to see if Alonso plays this game week. And now that he's not playing, that means I really have to take out Alonso from my team. And based on the players I suggested you guys should buy last game week, I'm going to be making a transfer based on that suggestion. So I really want to bring Reece James to the team, and if you look at it, Reece James was on the bench against Brentford, and the next person we see Chelsea is going to be playing is Norwich. You're going to be playing Norwich right in Stamford Bridge at home, and I have Alonso and Aspilicueta. Now I'm thinking of bringing in Chalobah and instead of Reece James, but I don't exactly really know what to do because now Reece James is not injured. I don't know if Reece James is going to play at all, but I just want to I have 2 free transfers, and I need to take out one of Antonio, Lukaku, or Jimenez, or just still stick with them. Also, I'm trying to look for a way to bring in this guy to my squad. De Bruyne is back. Man City is active, so we're going to be seeing a lot of crazy performance from them. Now that I see that Lukaku is going to be playing Norwich in the next match in Stamford Bridge, I'm thinking of also having to be patient with Lukaku now, because for the past two or three game weeks, Lukaku, or even 4 game weeks, let's look at it. Lukaku has blank for about 4 game weeks straight. Yeah, 4 game weeks straight. The last time Lukaku scored was in game week 4 against Aston Villa, where he had 2 goals, and even before that he didn't score against Liverpool, and the last time he scored before that was against Arsenal, which was his first match of the season. So now Chelsea still has very fantastic fixtures ahead. There's enough time for Lukaku to redeem himself. So we see that we're going to be playing against Norwich next match, Newcastle, then Burnley, before we go face Leicester City. And in the next 2 game weeks, if Lukaku don't exactly score, I think I might just have to do away with him, because it's worth 11.7 million, and that's really, really expensive. There are other players like Vardy. Kane is okay. No, I don't even want to go close to Kane. This guy is also is going to actually be a very good pick for my squad. What's that his name again? FIRMINO. And to be honest, I might just kind of make my transfer right immediately. Let's look at the players that are likely to make it to my squad ahead of game week 9. So I don't think I'll make any transfers now. I will have to be patient. I have 2 free transfers. I have a lot of days ahead to make my decision. So I'll just have to calm down, confirm, and see how the game week goes. Now, if you look at it, Chalobah is one of the best performing defenders, and it's just worth 4.8 million. And if you look at the best attack currently, it's still between Vardy has overtaken Antonio. Vardy is 10.5 million, so that's quite so much. And another player I could actually look at to bring into the squad is FIRMINO. FIRMINO is just 8.8 million, the same with same points, the same price with Gabriel Jesus, 8.8 million, and FIRMINO is just 8.8 million too, which makes FIRMINO a good target for my squad. So if I want to bring in FIRMINO, it could be at the cost of either Antonio or Jimenez, or Lukaku, because if I bring in FIRMINO, I can take off if I'm going to be taking off Lukaku, because I don't think I'm taking off Lukaku anytime soon. But whatever is going to make me take off Lukaku, that means I'm actually going to be trying to get De Bruyne to my squad. So that will mean me taking off either Benrahma or Gallagher. So I think that's going to be all for game week review. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Sorry about my low vibe. I'm just it's just like I'm just getting back to making videos again. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you right in my next video. I'm going to be doing my wildcard team selection for game week 9. So if you're going to be wildcarding in game week 9, watch that video. Peace, guys.